So hi, my name is Maeve. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about vision board. Now I have kind of done vision boards in the past, but I didn't really do one until last year when I saw another YouTuber, I believe it was Amber Shoal, did hers. I gotta do one. So at the start of last year, 2025, I did do a vision board. And here it is. Let's just tuck that there because it fell off. Here's my vision board from last year. I don't think I actually achieved any of my goals, but because I had envisioned it, I started it. And I feel like not a lot of people talk about that enough. Everyone's like, I've got my vision board, here's everything I achieved on my vision board, here's everything I did. But sometimes you can make one and it just doesn't happen. So let me run you through what I was really picturing for myself for 2025. So I wanted to hit 10,000 followers. I didn't do that. Which is fine, it's okay. I was working towards it, but I'd started a brand new food account that is all around my city, talking about food places, events, anything to do with my city, and like what you could do there. And I was putting in a lot of effort to do that, and I think at the end of my first ever year of doing it, from learning social media and marketing over the span of a year, I got to 3.5 thousand on Instagram and 3.5 thousand on TikTok, and that was super exciting. I think I got like 40 subscribers on YouTube, but I really did enjoy learning something new. I threw myself into a brand new situation to learn something new and fun that I've always wanted to do, and I did that. That doesn't equal the 10K that I originally envisioned for myself, but in general I started. And that was such an exciting thing for me because I was like, oh my god, I'm finally starting something new, actually doing what I want to do on social media. And a lot of the images on here are very similar. I've also gone for a very purple and green theme because those are my favorite colors. I got a camera here. I wanted to take a lot more photos. I didn't because my camera died because of like a battery problem, and I got a battery charger for it and it just won't charge. So I have to buy another one. I just never got around to it. But very recently I brought out my iPod, my little old iPod that I've had for however long, and I'm now starting to take a lot of photos on there, and it's exciting, you know, like iPod, the old tech of it all. Photos aren't great, of course, but I've just been like, let's go back to old media sort of thing. Everyone got nostalgia baited in 2025 and it worked, and I think I was a part of that, to be honest. I'm taking photos on my iPod. They're not great quality, but it's fun. And that's all. But I'd like to get back into proper photography when I get the chance. I wanted to update my computer system. I have not. My computer may die on me one of these days. It is getting very hot when I play a lot of games, but I told my friends, it's about 70 degrees, is that a problem? They're like, no, it only is a problem when it gets to 100. And I was like, 100 degrees? That's crazy. But okay. My friends told me it was fine, so if my computer blows up, whatever. We'll deal with it later. I also wanted to get into modeling. I didn't really get around to that this year. Well, last year. I was dealing with quite a lot, so I just sort of was like, I'll leave that for next year, which we're in now. So we'll see if I get into that. I also wanted to make a whole bunch of money, and then counteractively to that, I quit my job because I was not enjoying it anymore. I'd spent too long there doing too much, and I was like, it's time for me to move on. I also wanted to get into clothes making. Did I do that? No. But I did really start pushing my Depop a lot more and putting a lot more clothes on there and really considering what I actually need and what I don't need in life. I did very little bit of that. Not really. I didn't start making clothes, but I've got a sewing machine now. Hopefully this year will be one where I try that. And I think the other thing that I did put here is it says writing. I did actually do that. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I did. I did a lot of learning and I did a lot of writing. So I have a lot of documents of me writing through everything that I learned. So I actually did complete that. Oh my god. Wow, it's amazing what a vision board can do. Cat. Hello, pumpkin. Cat has joined me as well. Hello. She's so cute. Got some sayings on here that I've written out. So I made this one. What is stopping you? I did do that. I made a social media account and I started doing the things that I'd always wanted to do. I said never be scared of those who don't care about your success. I did a lot of intro personal learning and such about myself and being like, I'm being judged, so I don't want to do something. So I spent a lot of last year really focusing on making sure that no matter what people thought, if I wanted to do something that had to do with making my life better or I enjoyed, like something that was just enjoyable to me, I was gonna do it. And I did. I kind of got over my fear of filming in public. It comes back in waves. Occasionally I'll put my camera at a criminal angle and you'll be able to see the chins. But in general, I've pushed past it mostly when it comes to filming my local content stuff. So there you go. I did sort of do that. That's awesome. And the other one is never let them catch you slipping. The reason I wrote that is because I never want to be in a video looking like trash. Because, you know, you should always have pride in yourself. And because I didn't have a little bit of pride in myself for a while, I didn't always look my best in front of the camera. So I was like, I'm gonna start looking good in front of the camera. That was my goal. And I did. I made sure I always had makeup on. I've always got my nails done. These were glued on this morning. But I just wanted to make sure I was presenting myself well. There is one about here, I wanted to join a marketing company. Now that was the original goal. I did want to really do marketing because when I was younger, I used to love watching ads. Like every time the TV was on, my parents would be watching a movie, I'd stick around and watch the ads. And it's not because I've got an evil hive mind that wants to sell to everybody all the time. I think I just liked the storytelling element of you saw a product and you saw it change into something with a story. Joined a marketing company for a very little bit of time this year, so I did some interning for them and they offered me a contract at the end, and the more that I looked into it, I was like, I don't know if I could work for someone else and do marketing, because I realized that I am heavily focused on ethics. I'm not saying they're not ethical, but I just realized that from a personal standpoint, I wanted to make sure that if I'm doing marketing for a company, it's run through me and I'm not going to be told to do things that will go against my moral compass. It just ultimately wasn't going to work for me as a person. So this year, I had this whole plan. That I was going to do this bingo that I saw from this girl that was like, there was a vision board that she did digitally. 2026 bingo, and you make everything into a bingo instead of a vision board, and I quite liked the idea of that. I will fill this out. That is my plan. I know what the main plan is for 2026. I know what I want to do. Pursue my interest in marketing and content creation whilst being as ethical as I can. And I also want to just retry this. I want to retry 2025's goals. Like, it's not that I didn't complete some of them or I didn't start some of them, but I really want to reach the goals that I put for myself. And I think that it is okay for you to retry a goal if it didn't work the first time. Like, it's fine, right? Just try again. That should be okay. This year, I want to really focus on being very ethical in marketing, because I realized that marketing is everywhere, advertising is everywhere. But the narrative that a lot of people push is they don't care about consumers, they don't actually care about people, and they just want to push out a product and make money. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to do marketing, so I want to make money as well. But I didn't originally go into content creation to make money. But you see so many videos that are on social media of like, here's how I made this amount of money doing social media, here's how I made like $1 billion doing videos and stuff. And I realized that that's not what I want to push out. Like, I don't want to become this person that is just being unethical in order to make money. I want to do this out of joy, and hopefully I can be ethical with it and just do the right thing by people. Marketing is like, it's such a difficult thing. I think I'll talk about it more in depth at some point, but I just want to be the good in marketing. I don't actually know how to end this video. But if you want to see me pushing products that I actually care about, and if you want to see me talking about things that I really care about and being my real true self, follow along this year and we can see what I'm gonna make. Bye bye.